Hey guys, Cutter Up Rob here. I'm just gonna show you one of the guys, Andrew, that works for me. His rig that he's built in the shop, and give him a little bit of help and some parts and stuff. But he's got it up on the hoist because he's just switched it over from a standard to an automatic. But that's her right there. So it's a first gen, obviously, parts of it anyway. It's a pretty sweet truck. It gets up and boogies pretty good. So just figured it was on the hoist, so it'd be easy to show you. So it's kind of dark under there, but need some light. So it's on a, actually you can see the engine a little bit from down here, but it's on a third gen regular cab long box frame. So third gen Dodge. It had a Cummins in it. And he made up on the plasma cutter, made the mounts to weld to the frame. So, you know, the cab mounts, and the same on the back. It actually wasn't that bad of a swap. I think it took him about a couple weekends to kind of get everything swapped around, but it was pretty quick, actually. And like I said, he just has the transmission out because he's doing a swap on it, but he's having some overdrive issues, so he had to tear it apart and fix that. It's actually where he is right now. I was going to get parts for it, but so yeah, like I said, so it's a first gen on a third gen frame. It was actually a pretty easy swap. Obviously with the flat deck makes it pretty easy too. You just got to mount the cab, but I'll let her down a bit. Can't. So the fancy part's under the hood. Can't let it down all the way. Stand is in the way. I don't want to move it. Now I got to lower it down. This is the fun bit. So he's done a bunch of stuff. Ooh, the lights up here, handy. So it's not super clean at the moment, but that's what you get when it's a driver. So here's the engine. We put a side draft on it. He poured and polished the head on it. It's got an S361 SXE. For the secondary, the primary, which is tucked down in there. Hard to see down there. My flashlight just died. But anyways, and it's got a S476 SXE on the bottom, so it's a real efficient setup. Nothing crazy done to the engine. It's got bigger valve springs. It's got Hamilton valve springs, Hamilton push rods, ARP head studs. It's fire ringed. It's got Mala Motorsports pistons in it. It's balanced. Bigger oil pump. Stage 3 camshaft. Max and balanced 180 horse pump. 5x16 injectors. So it works pretty good for the truck, you know, for what it is. It's got aluminum radiator in it. And the interior side of things. But it's a pretty cool project. You know, anybody with some fab skills could do the same thing, and it drives beautiful. You know, you don't get the old bucking of the old first gen going on. So, yeah, it's up there, but so it's got third gen leather seats in it. Other than that, the interior is pretty stock. He just put the shifter in there, so I can't really see. Damn light was working. Just get some light. Some light so you see what's going on here. So, light's really bright. So we just put that shifter in there with manual buttons because it's a 48 that he put in it, so it's manual valve body. But that's it. It's pretty sweet. The mount actually moves back and forth with the seat too. So if you move the seat, the shifter moves with it. That's kind of neat. I didn't mount mine like that. I just mounted mine to the floor, but my seat doesn't really move around much, but it was a good idea. And yeah, it used to be a standard before. It has dynoed with smaller injectors and smaller delivery valves. It dynoed right at the 600 horsepower at the wheels level. So if you see thing ripping around, then you know whose it is anyways. And yeah, just thought I'd show you that while he had it on the hoist. It was just, you know, perfect time to show it while it's up on the hoist, actually. So he's got a little bit of a lift in it too, but not much. Nothing crazy. And it's kind of oily under there because we just oil undercoated it for the winter time, so everything's protected. But yeah, but it you know, he's got a bunch of other stuff done to it. It's got a 4th gen steering box. It's got the steering box brace, the upper or the aluminum rad, upgraded track bars, shocks. It's got a fast unit on it. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. It's got a bunch of whizzy stuff in it, I guess you would say. You know, works real good for what it is, you know, for what he's got into it. Needs a little love, get the deck all finished up, maybe get it repainted in the next couple of years. It should be damn near a show truck. But anyways, like I said, I just thought it was on the hoist, so I figured I'll show you guys what he's got going on. And yeah, so we'll catch you next time, and like and subscribe. If you got any questions, hit us up in the comments.